welcome back to my channel. Miss Versatile. For those of you who are coming back, welcome back, and for those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel. Today, day one of this series that I want to do for Valentine's Day, and it's gonna be called Vlogmas of Love. And what I'm gonna be doing is self-care and self-love kind of things, and I'm gonna be sharing with you guys every single day what I'm doing. Some of the days it might be like journaling. You guys will see me here at home. Other days I might be outside, kind of taking you guys with me somewhere on a stroll to the park. And yeah, so we're gonna start it from today. So I got these ideas from ChatGPT because obviously it's very difficult for you to think of like what are 30 self-care things to do or 30 things you can do in order to self-love. But if you're one of those people that's able to do it, kudos to you, like you got it down packed. And one of the things that I normally do in terms of like self-care and self-love is like I like to journal. I love journaling. I like to spend time with myself. I've noticed recently over the past few months how much I actually enjoy being by myself and not bothered by family, not bothered by my daughter, even though sometimes when I'm not with her I miss her. But being alone is very it's very peaceful for me. So I like to be in quiet spaces and calm areas. I like to be chaotic sometimes. I don't like to be chaotic all the time. Another thing that I enjoy doing, which is a part of my everyday routine, is going to the gym. When I'm at the gym, I'm like, all the problems are away from me. I'm kind of there just focusing on myself, focusing on my goals. And that's one of my biggest self-care kind of things that I do. I like to take baths and get massages. Everyone has different things that they do to self-soothe, so nothing is ever wrong. So whatever you like to do, if you like to read, whatever you like to be, listen to music, those are forms of self-love. Never let anyone tell you that the way that you're self-loving or self-caring is wrong. It's not. Everyone has their own things. So I got a few ideas from ChatGPT, and basically every single day until the 14th, I'm gonna be vlogging and showing you guys what I'm gonna be doing. I have different things. So in one of the days I have doing something for someone else, showing an act of kindness. I try to do this every day. I try to wake up and serve. I feel like that's my calling. Serve family and friends in different ways. It doesn't have to be financially. It can just be with your presence or just having a conversation with someone on the phone. So today is actually day one. And what it says for day one is, I kind of tweaked it a little bit. So it's list 5 things you want to let go of and 5 things you want to do more of. I got this little journal. This journal, I've had it for I want to say 3 years. I got it at Michael's. But you don't need to get an expensive journal. This one is just a lot of empty pages. And I do have another journal that I use every day. I try to journal in the morning and in the night. If I cannot journal at night, it's fine. As long as I journal once a day. I got this one in Marshall's for $6. And it's taking care of me. It has prompts. I love a prompt. Because babes, I need a prompt. I'm almost done with this one. But basically it asks me my mood, my goals for the day, how can I feel better, and what can I do to be my best self. So this one I do every morning. We're gonna be free writing. Whenever I free write or whenever I like to write to God, that was something that I was doing a few months ago after a breakup that I had because I was losing my shit. But we are here today. We are better and we will continue to get better. I am gonna write down the 5 things that I want to let go of and the 5 things that I want to do, and I might share some of them with you guys. So yeah, stay tuned. Finish writing down the 5 things that I want to let go of and the 5 things that I want to do more of. And if you don't have 5 things, that's okay. You don't have to do 5 things. You can do 1. You can start with 1. If you have 2, you have 2. If you have more, that's better for you, because at least you're able to recognize the unhealthy patterns that you have, and then you're able to recognize the healthy patterns that you do want to have. So it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, or 3 things you want to let go of. Try to write down whatever works best for you and whatever you feel like you want to do to be better, to be a better person, to feel better about yourself. 5 things that I want to let go of. And I feel like this series is going to help me kind of hold myself more accountable, because I'm very big on mental health and self-care, but there are times that I will crash out. yeah, I would crash out. That's not good. But at least I'm able to recognize like when it's about to happen. I can stop myself from doing it now. The 5 things that I want to let go of are validation from other people, waiting on people to make plans, over analyzing situations, making excuses for my routines, and social media before bed. Validation from other people, I think it's something that I do like unintentionally. Like, it's in the back of my subconscious that it's like when I do something or when I say something, I'm like, oh my god, I should have never said this. So I don't think validation is the right word. I would say kind of like when I overshare, I feel like I shouldn't have overshared with someone because I think they're like judging me in the back of their head. So I definitely think I don't know, it could fall into the same bracket of like validation from other people, I guess. For waiting for people to make plans, I am a very solo dating kind of girl. Like, I love to take myself out on dates. I love to take myself out to the museum, to an art show. Like, you'll catch me out here. I haven't been doing it as much over the past 2 years because I was in a relationship, so I didn't really need to solo date. But now that I'm single again, I am excited to get back into like the solo dating. And for me, it's like I'm very comfortable with the decisions that I make. So like when I pick a place, I'll be like fine, especially if it's somewhere that I've ate before. And I'm a foodie. I love food and I love to just have a good time and kind of just vibe. So I don't usually have issues going out by myself. If you are a person that has issues, like if you feel like self-conscious about going out by yourself, all I would say is like kind of think about the reason why you're doing it. Like, you're doing it for you. You're not really doing it for anyone else. And it's something that you feel comfortable doing. Like, if you want to take an art class, go take that fucking art class. Like, if you want to go by yourself, go by yourself. And sometimes solo dates are the best dates. Because imagine being on a date with somebody that you don't like, and you're there, like you're painting, and then you like, no. So solo dates are one of my things, and I kind of added that into things that I need to do more of this year, because I only went on like one since the year started. Yeah, I only went on one. So yeah. Over analyzing things. I am an overthinker. Like, if someone says something to me and it doesn't make sense and it's like in the gray area, I'm gonna be over analyzing. So I've been learning how to just kind of like let go and let God. But sometimes I'll let go for like a day or two, and then the next day I'm like, okay, I need answers. But if it's something that's not important to me, like if it's not really gonna matter like 5 years from now, I'm not gonna hold on to it, and I'm just not gonna overanalyze at all. Especially if it's something not worth overanalyzing. This one is super important. So I make a lot of excuses for my timestamps. I am a very I consider myself a very organized person, because I literally have all the things that I need to do on my phone to the T on the reminders app with time frames, and I have reminders of the time before it hits the time of the task that I need to do. But there are times where I would literally put aside the task that I need to do to cover for another task that I've been doing since earlier. And it's just like, what I've noticed is like, I have been having progressions that I want, like in terms of content, in terms of my business, but it is not healthy the way that I'm doing it. With this series, I'm excited to focus my attention more on this, and I feel like this is also gonna help me kind of pull back from overdoing on anything else. And the last thing is social media before bed. So I have time hacks. I have timestamps for my social media usage as well. But whenever I am like, let's say I'm in the gym and I'm on the Stairmaster, I'll start scrolling. And it's like, girl, we said that we were not gonna scroll. So sometimes I'll undercompensate. Like, I won't scroll throughout the day. I'll schedule all my posts. That's one thing that I've been hitting on, is like scheduling my posts for like my Instagram accounts, for all of my accounts, for my business accounts. And it's like I'm scheduling, and then I told myself, all right, during this time I'll go in, I'll share, I'll repost, I'll respond to DMs, I'll do this, because I don't want to be on social media all fucking day. I don't want to doom scroll. Like, I don't want to do it. So, and we all don't want to do it, and we unintentionally do it. I don't want to. So I've noticed with my TikTok algorithm is that my posting times are at night. And what I mean by this is that my audience interacts more with my content when I post at night. I'm not sure if all my audience is up at that time or if they just push out my content to people in the morning, so it's best for me to post at night. But now I'm like on TikTok at 8 o'clock, and it cuts into my daughter's bedtime, because if I'll log on at 8, I'm like, okay, I'll scroll a little bit, I'll post, and then I'm like, okay, I need to go back, I need to respond. By like 8:30, 8:45, it's cutting into her bedtime, and now I'm like, okay, let me put the phone down, I'll go put her to bed, go back into my phone at 9 o'clock, and now I'm scrolling for the next 2 hours, which is unhealthy as hell, especially because I'm on my phone. I don't want to be on my phone right before I go to bed, and because I'm scrolling and interacting, which interacting is good, but like when you're doom scrolling, I don't think that that's like healthy, especially when you're trying to be successful and you got things that you got to do and you're trying to get that sleep in. That doom scrolling is not gonna work. Moving on to the 5 things that I want to do more of. The first thing is I want to lock in my routine times. So like I was telling you guys earlier, I have an issue where sometimes I overcompensate or undercompensate, and then I'm like doing other tasks when I should be doing something else. I want to lock in the times in which I have a task. Like if let's say my 10 to 11 a.m. is like social media time. Put my phone on D&D, don't talk to anyone. Like no one can call me, no one can contact me. I'm straight on social media. Now if I have to read, put my phone on D&D again. I'm reading. Don't respond to anyone, don't scroll, don't have like anything. So that's just kind of what I mean by like locking in. One thing that I've been really consistent with is going to the gym, and I'm super proud of myself because it has taken a lot, and I also feel like it's been more of a mental challenge than it has physically, because there was a time after I found out I had PCOS in 2023, where I've always been a fit girl. Like I've always been in the gym, I've always done Zumba, I've always been active. But ever since I found out I had PCOS, I fell into really bad depression at one point. It was so bad. I handled it on my own for a few months. And then after that, I started to fall deeper into depression. So I noticed my body would change during these phases, because it would be like I would feel unmotivated to go to the gym. And I would have like, you know, my clothes laid out. I would be ready to go. I would be on my way. I would be at the gym, and I would literally feel like I don't want to be here. Like I don't want to do this. And it was kind of like a lack of self-motivation, but it was also me getting inside of my head of like, am I ever going to actually lose this weight? Like, what's going on? And if you don't know, PCOS has a lot of different like symptoms for different women, but for me, one of the biggest symptoms that I had for a long time was like brain fog, and I was unable to function, babes. And when I feel like sometimes like that brain fog hit me in the gym, and I was just like dissociated with life. I wanted nothing to do with anyone there, and I would just like press on myself, and it was just horrible. But I'm glad I overcame that stage, because like even now when I'm at the gym and I don't feel like working out, I'm doing something. I'm moving. Whether I'm laying down, I'm gonna move. Like something's gonna happen. We're gonna do abs, we're gonna lay down. We're doing something. The energy will come, it will come later. But it takes time. So if you are dealing with this, I would highly recommend that you don't give up, don't quit, and figure out what works best for you in terms of taking with you to the gym. I'm a music person. When I go to the gym, sometimes I'll do a podcast, and sometimes I'll do a sermon from TD Jakes or from Pastor Flowers or Sarah Jake Roberts. Like it's either or. So it depends on what mood I'm in and what I want to do. Now the next thing that I want to do more of is go out on solo dates. I told you guys earlier, I love a solo date. Like I love to dress up for myself. I love to look good. I like to smell good, and I like to be out. Like you catch me at the bar, catch me with an old fashioned, which I'm supposed to stop drinking because they have too much sugar, but you can catch me with a lychee martini and replace the vodka with some tequila, please. Replace it, because I don't like vodka. I like tequila. But I'm drinking. We're not drinking. I haven't drank since I think it was January 20th. Yeah, that Monday, January 20th. I'm doing like a 21-day cleanse. So I'll drink again February 11th, which most likely will end up going into February 14th on Valentine's Day weekend, because I'm not going to drink in the middle of the week. So I've been replacing drinking with tea. Back to the solo dates. I love a solo date. I like to dress up. I like to look good. The only down part about the solo dates is who's gonna take your pictures? Yeah, still working on it. We got tripods, okay? We got tripods, we got lights. We're good. We don't need anyone yet. Unless when we start really coming out with the fits and we need some videos and stuff, you know, you might need to find a boyfriend. You might need to find a little boyfriend. You might need to find a little date. Like, please just record this for me. Next thing is relaxing instead of finding things to do. This is something that I have such a big problem with because I operate on chaos. You see how I told you guys that I like to be calm? I like calmness. You see, it's very calm here. My apartment where I live is super calm, it's super quiet. I love this. But in my head, it's like this. It's going. I need to learn how to stop. And it happens as soon as I wake up. I'm thinking like, oh, what do I have to do? Lately, I've been doing my morning routine, so it hasn't been as my mind hasn't been as wired as it normally is, because like now what I'll do is when I wake up, I'll pray. Once I finish praying, I'll meditate, and then I'll journal. So my mind is kind of focused like on me for the first few minutes of the day. But then when I start, like when I get my daughter ready for school, when it's time to head out, I'm like thinking like, all right, what are the tasks that I need to do today? And it's just never ending. So I have a lot of white space. I will be using that white space and I will do nothing. If I have to stare at the TV or like stare at the wall, I'll do nothing. But I need to learn how to relax instead of having my mind going so much. Next thing is reading. Babes, since we're being very transparent here, I will tell you guys the truth. I have been reading the same book since 2023. I have read other books that I have finished since 2023. But I have this one book that I have not finished. Are we almost done with that book? Yes, we are almost done with that book. We have like 10 pages left of the book. Life been lifing. Life has also been lifing. Have I been getting distracted? Yes, I have been getting distracted. I've been reading other books. I've been finishing other books, and I haven't finished this one book. So the goal is to write a list, which I've already done on my notes, of books that I want to finish reading in the order that I want to finish reading them. No time limit, because I did put a goal for myself this year. I wanted to read like 2 books a month, and babes, I am incomplete one book, halfway through another, started another. Hands up. I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say. We will be reading more. We will be taking time aside and reading more. Another thing that I want to do more of is family time. So I do consider myself to be a very family oriented person. I do spend a lot of time with my family. Like, I speak with my mom every single day. I speak with my brother every other day. But when it comes to actually spending time with them, like the only person that I spend a lot of time with is my sister, because she lives close to me. But I feel like sometimes now, like, I don't know if anyone else feels like this, it's like every time you hang out with family, like everyone is on their phones. Sometimes whenever I go like spend time with my sister, I know that I'll have things to do and I'll kind of just go and be like, oh, I'll do it while I'm there. But it's kind of like, that's rude. You're here to spend time with your family, not to edit your podcast or edit your YouTube videos. So what are you really doing? So that's one of the things that I'm kind of like working on, and like visiting my mom more. My mom lives in Philly, and you guys seen that I've done a couple Philly vlogs because I love Philadelphia. But will I move over there? No. I was born over there, will not live over there. I'm good. I just like to visit, and I love to be with my family when I go see them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will be doing a video for the next 14 days, and every single day it will be something different. And if there are any self-care or self-love tips that you want to comment down below for others to see, please do so. And if you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment, and share with a friend that you feel might need to see this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I will see you guys on the next one.